0. Key places in Genesis. A. God created the universe and the earth. B. He made man and woman, giving them a home and a beautiful garden. Unfortunately, Adam and Eve disobeyed God and were expelled from the garden. Genesis 3:24. 1. Mountains of Ararat. A. Adam and Eve's sin brought sin into the human race. Years later, sin had run rampant and God decided to destroy the earth with a great flood. But Noah, his family, and 2 of each animal were safe in the ark. When the floods receded, the ark rested on the mountains of Ararat. Genesis 8:4. 2. Babel. A. People never learn. Again, sin abounded and the pride of the people led them to build a huge tower as a monument to their own greatness. Obviously, they had no thought of God. As punishment, God scattered the people by giving them different languages. Genesis 11:8-9. 3. Ur of the Chaldeans. A. Abram, a descendant of Shem and father of the Hebrew nation, was born in this great city. Genesis 11:28. 4. Haran. A. Terah, Lot, Abram, and Sarai left Ur and, following the fertile crescent of the Euphrates River, headed toward the land of Canaan. Along the way, they settled in the city of Haran for a while. Genesis 11:31. 5. Shechem. A. God urged Abram to leave Haran and go to a place where he would become the father of a great nation. Genesis 12:1-2. So Abram, Lot, and Sarai traveled to the land of Canaan and settled near a city called Shechem. Genesis 12:6. 6. Hebron. A. Abraham moved on to Hebron where he put down his deepest roots. Genesis 13:18. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob all lived and were buried here. 7. Beersheba. A well was dug here as a sign of an oath between Abraham and the army of King Abimelech. Genesis 21:31. Years later, as Isaac was moving from place to place, God appeared to him here and passed on to him the covenant he had made with his father, Abraham. Genesis 26:23-25. 8. Bethel. A. After deceiving his brother, Jacob left Beersheba and fled to Haran. Along the way, God revealed himself to Jacob in a dream and passed on the covenant he had made with Abraham and Isaac. Genesis 28:10-22. Jacob lived in Haran, worked for Laban, and married Leah and Rachel. Genesis 29:15-28. After a tense meeting with his brother Esau, Jacob returned to Bethel. Genesis 35:1. 9. Egypt. A. Jacob had 12 sons, including Joseph, Jacob's favorite. Joseph's 10 older brothers grew jealous, until one day the brothers sold him to Midianite merchants going to Egypt. Eventually, Joseph rose from Egyptian slave to Pharaoh's right-hand man, saving Egypt from famine. His entire family moved from Canaan to Egypt and settled there. Genesis 46:3-4.